Thanks for joining us tonight. How are you feeling about the big announcement?
I'm excited, but very nervous because it's a secret that I've hidden for a very long time. I got a lot of mixed emotions right now. I haven't been my authentic self for the last 6 years because I was scared what people would think of me.
You said you haven't been your authentic self. Who are you?
I'm Josh Cavallo. Today I'm proud to publicly announce that I'm gay. It's something that I have kept from my family, from my peers, from my friends, and it's a very long journey that I've been fighting personally, and I'm ready to take that next step, and I'm comfortable to be open about my sexuality.
What made you come out now?
The fear of not being myself with time ticking past. I think that, I've spent 6 years in the darkness, and it's really affected my mental health. And I really want to send a message out to all the other kids out there that are struggling the same way I did, and to show that there's no need to hide. There's no need to be someone you're not. Being exactly who you are is perfectly fine. And I want to show that through the world of football, that everyone's accepted no matter who you are.
Josh, that is such a beautiful sentiment. It feels strange that this is something that you even have to announce.
Football is a culture that is very old-fashioned, so I do believe it is the right time to welcome something like this, and I'm very proud and happy to announce myself to be the first current active gay male professional footballer in the world. So I hope that by me doing this, I can inspire others in the future.
I am sure you will, Josh. Why do you think it is so hard for footballers to come out?
I think because everyone thinks you have to be physical, you have to be masculine. Now that there's an opportunity for myself to come out to the world, I do think that there's going to be other people in following my footsteps. I'll be very proud and honoured if I can help just one person out in the world that is struggling with the same thing that I did.
You said you look up to Thomas Beattie, a pro footballer in the UK who came out last year after he had retired. What kind of inspiration has he been for you?
He's been a phenomenal role model to myself, I reached out to Tommy, and within minutes he got back to me. He was living the exact same life as mine. I didn't really need to explain myself to him because he understood. He understood what it was like having to live a life of lies. And that just touched me a lot. So he's a brother to me, and he's going to be a lifelong friend for me.
You've written about the darker times, though, over the last 6 years. Can you take me back to the night we won the Rising Star Award? You should have been on this almighty high, and you got home and you just felt incredibly sad and alone. I
felt a feeling of numb, I wasn't happy. I was sad, I was disappointed because it was such a great achievement to get. Yeah, football was amazing for me, but there was a whole nother aspect of my life no one knew about that was terrible. Something happened that night that it was time I said, you know what, I don't want to live like this anymore. I want to be myself, I want to be happy, just like everyone else.
6 years is such a long time for you have to live a double life.
Yeah, look, it was very exhausting. I'm trying to perform at the best of my ability as well. So trying to live lies and come to training every day and make sure I give it my best. It was very difficult, it was very hard. I just mentioned to Carl today, my head coach at Adelaide, saying after I told him, I felt like I was so much lighter, and on the pitch I could think freely, and it was just amazing. I never thought that this day would come.
Gosh, you're already an awesome player. With this weight off your chest, watch out, world.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this season and what I can bring to the team. It's taking me to a new, different level, being able to think freely. So I'm very excited for the season ahead. It's only around the corner too, so it's perfect timing.
Over the years, you would have had to have some challenging conversations in locker rooms, I'm sure. Can you talk us through some of those conversations that you were having to navigate?
Often I'll be found on my own, and the boys would think, oh, he doesn't want to socialise or something like that. That wasn't the issue. The issue was I was just exhausted of having to lie, and I didn't really want to get caught up in my lies that I was telling. Normal conversation talk like, who you're seeing or who's your missus. That's just normal to happen in the locker room, and people don't say that to offend you. They just don't realise that, you know, what's going on in your life. They are my brothers at the end of the day. This is my Adelaide family, so I don't want to lie to them anymore, and I feel like I'm already happier with how my teammates reacted.
Do you think there'd be other young gay men who want to play football but aren't because they're fearful?
Definitely. I couldn't tell you how many people would have stopped playing because they were just scared or they were feared to, you know, crack it at this level and be seen as someone they're not. I came very close to stop playing football because I thought, you know, I just don't fit the glove. You know, on the pitch, I love it, but out of the pitch, you know, I didn't fit in. I'm really excited how my coaches reacted and my peers and my teammates. You know, I really thought that they would be funny about this, but you know what? They wrapped their arms around me. They gave me the biggest hug, and they just said they're really proud of me. So that made me very happy on the inside, and it made me almost think like, why have I taken this long to come out?
What would you say to younger Josh, who was sitting there in those darker times, wondering what the future looked like?
I would say, hang in there. One day this is all gonna be gone. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna have the biggest smile on your face, and all your worries are gonna go away. Look at me now. I've come such a long way, and I couldn't be prouder to announce that today I'm gay. So, yeah, it's a very exciting journey that I'm going to begin, and I'm ready for it.
What a great story, to be the first, but also how sad. Like, how sad that it's now that it's the first current player, and that there are so many people who've gone before that have had to wait until their career is over because they're worried about the risk or the backlash or the judgment. You know, this is exactly what should be happening, and we should have, but, you know, we should be celebrating people to be exactly who they are. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
so good.
Josh, he looks like a smiley kind of guy, but that smile, that glow is coming from somewhere different than it was, you know, probably 2 weeks ago.
He said to me, it's like his Freedom Day. He said, it's my Freedom Day, that's how he thinks about it.
I wonder if the stuff that'll make the biggest difference is actually the footage of his teammates.
Yeah.
The acknowledgement.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
Yeah, it's beautiful.